Hi, boys and girls. So, today in reading, we're going to start with a question. How many of you love to watch movies? Does anybody have a connection with me? Maybe Lego movies or maybe Frozen? Well, did you know that it is someone's job to make these movies? This is a director's job. Directors read and read and read just like you, boys and girls. And when they are reading, they do a lot of thinking. They use their imagination to picture what is happening and actually to start to see if their movie is what is going on in their heads. They picture it just like a movie. So, I'm going to skip past this. With that being said, today I'm going to teach you another tool that readers use, and that is to understand their books by using their imagination. Readers pay attention to what is happening, and they imagine what is happening in the pictures, but they use their imagination to make a movie in their minds. Think about that for a second. We've talked a lot in first grade about how we're not just reading books to read the words. We're reading books to understand a story if it's fiction, or to learn real facts if it's nonfiction. As we're reading today, and we're going to go back to our Zelda and Ivy book, you have a job to do. I want you to stop with me and to make a movie to picture what's happening in our heads. Are you ready? Okay. So, let me get to some awesome pages. We left off here, boys and girls. Let's make sure that we're stopping to really understand what's going on. We're thinking about our setting, where they are. We're thinking about our characters, and we're going to make that movie in our heads. Ivy sighed. She hugged Princess Mimi and added her to the box. Zelda buried the time capsule under the cherry tree. Later that day, Ivy sat on the swing and drew circles in the dirt with her paw. If only I had Princess Mimi, I could play castle. Inside the house, Zelda worked on her piano recital piece. If only I had my lucky jewel, I could get that crossover hands part. I want us to stop right here. Close your eyes for a second. Make a little movie in your head. Think about what's happening. What are our characters doing? How are they feeling? One is outside, one is inside. I'm making a movie in my head to think about what our characters are doing. Outside, Ivy could stand it no longer. She dug up the time capsule and pulled out her doll. Then she noticed the box was empty. Ivy heard a noise in the bushes. She stuffed Mimi back into the box. Let's pause again. This is a perfect time to make a movie in our heads. I can really picture Ivy looking at it and hearing noises, and then she puts it right back in. Can you picture that, boys and girls? Good readers are stopping to think, what is happening? The bushes rustled again. Out stepped Zelda. What are you doing? Just checking on Princess Mimi, Ivy admitted. She took a deep breath. Zelda, your lucky jewel is missing. All right, boys and girls, here we go. Zelda narrowed her eyes. I might have had to borrow it back for my piano recital. Ivy opened the box again. I need Princess Mimi back too. Zelda nodded. Let's put in our worm book. Now that I think of it, I'm sure the children of the future would prefer a good story. And we're going to stop there for our book today. Boys and girls, wow, just on those few pages, we stopped 2 times. And we did a good job of picturing what is happening by making a movie in our heads, using our imagination. All right, so I'm going to go back to our other slide for a second so that we can quickly review your jobs. So we are starting to learn new tools, not just for understanding how to solve words, but for understanding what's happening in our books. So yesterday, you learned that good readers check and reread to make sure that they're understanding and getting their stories. Today, you learned that good readers stop and make a movie to picture what's happening. Your job today, boys and girls, is to read on Raz-Kids or Epic for 15 minutes. I want you to make sure that as you're reading, you stop at least 2 times to make that movie in your heads. When you're finished with your books, I absolutely want you to stop to make the movie. Use your imagination and think back, what was happening in my story? Have fun with this, friends. It's so much fun to make these stories and these movies in our heads, especially with the awesome books we're reading. All right, we're so proud of you. Make sure you're getting in that reading. We'll see you soon.